Hello, Algebra 2. I wanted to give you a quick overview of the profit curve and demand curve problem we went over last time, in case you forgot something or you weren't there. So we have this scenario where we're going to make a demand curve to make a profit curve. So hopefully you've read through this. If not, you might want to take a minute to do that. I'm not going to read through it all. We're just going to go point by point through some of the things that I did. So first off are the numbers that you have to make up. So there's the startup cost, and then there's the manufacturing cost that you have to make up yourself. And then the other assumptions that we have are the total volume of things that we can create, which is this big number, and then the price point where you think you would sell none of them. Okay? And so then you get 2 points from those assumptions. You get this first point here, which is if you sold whatever you're selling at $0, and then you'd sell all of them, of course, and then you'd put your price point where you think you would sell none of them, and that gives you the equation of the line. That should be a very easy equation to make. Your y-intercept is right here, which then becomes this part of your equation. And then your slope, you just have to do the rise over the run. So here is your rise, and here is your run. And then simplify that number as it is done over here, and that gives you your slope. All right, so once you have that demand curve, you turn that into income, and then expenses, and then profit. So your income is the number of things you are selling times the price. And so the number of, first the price, well the price is your x-axis. And so that's why price becomes x. The number of things you're selling, in this case it was frames, yours is going to be different. That was the y value of the previous equation, our dependent variable. And so then we plugged in what y was, which is up here. We plug that in right here, and we get this big expression. You should have an x on the outside that you can then distribute in and get your income equation here. Now that's all the money you take in, and so we have to now subtract off the expenses. And so your expense equation down here starts out with the big amount of money that you made up and borrowed, your investment, your startup costs, plus your manufacturing cost for each unit times the number of units. All right, so those have to be multiplying. So that's just a number, that's just a number, but this, the number of frames again, we've seen that before, right here, that was our y value. So this right here becomes the y value again, which is, in my case, negative 200x plus 70,000. In your case, you'll have your own equation there. Again, the 110 distributes. And once you distribute, you'll probably have some like terms, just like I did. These two numbers will combine, and then you'll have your expense equation right here. Almost done. So now we have to get our profit. Well, your profit is all your income, the money you take in, minus the money you spend, your expenses. So we're just going to take the two previous expressions, the I for income and the E for expenses, and we're going to subtract them. So here is the first equation, right there. Now this started out as a minus, okay, subtracting the second equation. But what we're going to do with that negative is distribute it. Make sure you distribute that negative, which is why the signs changed. All right, so that first one was negative, it becomes positive. The second one was positive, and it becomes negative. You've got to remember to distribute that negative. Once you do that, you just have to combine your like terms, which I believe will always be in the middle. So I combine those two, and then finally we have our full profit equation. And that is the equation you will be doing some math with. You'll put it into GeoGebra, and you're going to use that equation to write your proposal. And remember, that assignment is on Teams. You'll have to either write that up in a poster, a paper, a PowerPoint, however you want to do it. You have a couple of options, but that's how you get your profit equation. Good luck.